This online tutorial will go through the steps of making an offer. As a potential partner, we will look at a listing, decide to make an offer on that listing, and then we will go through the steps from the point of view of the potential partner and the season ticket holder to see how this process works. Let's get started. We're on the list search page and we found a listing that we're interested in. So I'll click on Terrific Seats. And here we are on the listing screen. To make an offer on this listing, just click on the Make Offer button. Notice that we're logged in as Bill Buyer. This is the buyer in the scenario that we're playing out. And here we are at the offer screen. The offer screen has an overview section and several other sections that we'll go through now. The first section is the ticket and offer amount. For this type of listing, we'll say how many tickets we want and how many games we want those tickets for. So we'll say 4 tickets and 10 games. You and the season ticket holder will ultimately agree on the total price for your agreement. The next section is payment details. Select how you'll pay the season ticket holder. Enter a payment deadline date. This is when you got to pay the season ticket holder. And then lastly, how long is the offer valid for? So once you submit an offer, the season ticket holder has 1, 2, or 3 days to respond to your offer. The next section is offer notes. If you want to include additional notes as to what you may be thinking, you can do so by selecting one of these notes. There are also listing notes, and these are the listing notes that the season ticket holder entered as a part of the listing. These are also included in your offer and any agreement as well. The next section is the terms of use. There's also a buyer activity report. Now this is for the benefit really of the season ticket holder to give them an idea of how many offers you made. You do have the ability to ask a question before making an offer, so we encourage our potential partners to ask questions if they're uncertain at all about a listing before proceeding with actually making an offer. Now the last step is to click on I've read this entire offer and agree to the terms of use, and then click on Submit Offer. Now that we've submitted the offer, we'll see that we're waiting for the season ticket holder. And our terms of the agreement are here below. Also shown is the time remaining that the season ticket holder has to respond to this offer. So now what I'll do is I'll switch over to another browser, and you can see here that we are logged in as Joe Seller. So now we're the season ticket holder. Now once an offer is submitted, the season ticket holder will receive an email. I'll refresh this page and I can see here this is the offer that was just made. The season ticket holder has action required. And this brings up the agreement for the season ticket holder to review. The overview section is the same. Here's the ticket and offer amount section. This is the data, the details that we put in as the buyer. We also have how the buyer will pay and more information about the season ticket holder as well. The listing notes, the terms of use, the buyer activity report, and now the season ticket holder has next steps as well. If the season ticket holder does not want to accept this offer at all, he can reject it. He can also counter it if the price or number of tickets or number of games is not acceptable or agreeable to the season ticket holder. He or she can submit a counteroffer to continue a dialogue with the potential partner. We'll go ahead and accept this offer. Now that we're going forward with this offer, we need to set the ticket delivery preferences. This is how would the season ticket holder deliver the tickets to the new partner. That's set here in this section. So we'll just say ticket forwarding and then a date. By when does a season ticket holder have to deliver the tickets to the buyer? We'll click on Set Ticket Delivery Method. And now we continue down to the final step for the season ticket holder. The season ticket holder needs to send a final agreement to the buyer, the new potential partner. We'll click on these two terms and we'll send a final agreement to the buyer. Okay, the final agreement has been sent to the buyer. As you can see here, as Joe's seller, we're waiting for the buyer. So now what we'll do is we'll switch over to the buyer again. And here we are as Bill Buyer. Now, Bill would receive an email that would take him to his My Agreements page. And now we can see that logged in as Bill, action is required for me here for this offer. So we'll click on Action Required. We have the same agreement, overview, tickets, and offer amount. Notice now that the ticket delivery details are now included for the seller, so the buyer now knows how he or she would receive these tickets. And the listing notes and the terms of use have remained unchanged. So now here's the final step in the whole process. If we agree to this offer, the buyer is saying that yes, I want to go through and complete this agreement. So we'll click on Accept Agreement. And that's all there is to it. The agreement has been completed. Both the buyer and the season ticket holder are notified of the successful agreement. And now contact information in the form of email address is available to both the buyer and the season ticket holder. Thank you for watching this online tutorial.